A first impression can be very hard to change, so you're going to want to make sure that you start your new job on a good note. One of the easiest ways to do this is to show up early and stay later than everyone else your first week. This will subconsciously show your team that you're a hard worker that loves their job. And in this video, I'm going to cover 6 more tips just like this to help you make a really good first impression at your first day on the job. So if you find this video helpful or you want more free career advice on interviewing, networking, and more, please click subscribe down below. Your first impression at work can really set up your personal brand for success or failure. So make sure you follow all of these tips your very first week on the job or anytime you meet someone new. So in addition to showing up early and staying late your very first week, tip number 2 is to never be late for meetings your entire first week on the job. Remember, these meetings are probably going to be with key stakeholders or even people who will be managing you on the job, and you don't want their first impression of you to be that you're always late. And the worst thing that you can do is show up late so that a meeting actually has to restart or they need to repeat things that they've already covered at the beginning. Tip number 3 is to leverage your new hire status as long as possible to find networking opportunities with key executives or stakeholders that can really influence your career. This is very similar to when you were in college and you could reach out and network with anyone just by saying you're a college student and you want to learn and talk more. This is the exact same thing. It really is as simple as walking up to someone or writing an email and saying, "Hey, I'm new here. My manager suggested that you'd be someone that I should really get to know. Would you mind if I grab a few minutes on your calendar for us to connect and meet?" The next tip is don't try to jump in and change or fix things right away. Instead, learn more and ask a lot of why questions so you can figure out how everything is set up and why people are doing processes and steps a certain way. Nobody likes that person that just comes in and starts changing things all of a sudden without any context or having ever worked there knowing why certain things are done a certain way. The best leaders and executives know to listen first and learn more before creating and executing change. This allows you to build trust and learn the different nuances of every single company and team because there's no silver bullet that you can apply to answer all questions at all companies and all problems. Tip number 5 is to be well-groomed and dress nicely for your first week on the job. This means shaving, brushing your teeth, wearing well-fitted clothes, and having good smelling breath. Make sure to follow the office attire and culture, but you're going to want to stay on the nicer end of the spectrum. For example, if business casual is what everyone wears, then wear business casual, but also add a nice casual sports coat on top. And make sure to have clean, well-polished shoes, because a lot of impressions subconsciously are based on appearance. Tip number 6 for a very good first impression is to stay cool and calm during your first week on the job. Don't show people that you're stressed or overwhelmed, even if that's how you feel. It's very common to feel like you're drinking from a fire hose your very first week because you have to learn all of these new things. Just stay calm and don't panic. And the last tip, which is probably the most important, for heaven's sake, please do not talk about promotions or transferring. Please wait at least a few months so you can demonstrate good work and that you're doing well at your job. Even if this was your intention the entire time, you do not need to talk about this your very first week. Don't give your manager the impression that you are a flight risk. Plus, you need to demonstrate that you can actually nail your core job before they start to give you more responsibilities. Alright, so there are the CareerShakers tips on making a very good first impression on the job. And if you like this video or want more, please subscribe down below and let us know what other videos would be helpful for you. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.